Whenever you're ready, introduce yourself.
And you want me to look at her, or you want me to talk to her?
You can kind of mix it up.
Okay. I'm Anna. I'm the Cabinet-in-Chief, part of Politically Active, and this is my buddy,
Bruce Adib-Yazdi.
And he is running for
City Council, General Seat D as in dog.
And I have some questions for you.
Okay.
So my first question is what made you want to run for office?
So I've lived in Springfield over 30 years. I feel like I've trained my entire career as an architect, as a real estate developer, and as a local citizen to be, at this point in time in our city's history of growth, to help our other council members and the rest of our city understand how we can take a 20-year trajectory into the future and develop a city that's livable, walkable, and people want to live in.
Awesome. All right, my second question is, what is your number one goal if you were to win this election? What's the first thing you want to do?
First thing I want to do is start listening. And I've got two primary targets that I want to listen to. One is people your age, because I feel like you're inheriting this city, and if we have a 20-year plan, we need to listen to what you want out of it. The other people I want to listen to are people in the neighborhoods, older historic neighborhoods, because we need to bring those back to safe, clean, and friendly standards.
All right, cool. And my next question is, what's one thing that makes you different from the rest of the runners in this election?
I feel like my platform has been to zoom out a little bit and look at what our city's going to be 20 years from now. Everybody's focused on what the issues are, right? The crime, the poverty rates, the home ownership rates, all these things that everybody's talking about are true, but I feel like if we zoomed out a little bit and had a vision for our city 20 years from now, and we developed a plan to execute that vision, and that vision would attract new, young, diverse people to come live here, those problems would start to go away on their own.
Okay. I read in an interview you did with Springfield Newsletter that you said you want to reduce crime. And to reduce crime is to reduce poverty. Can you elaborate more on that, and what is your plan to move forward?
Yeah, I think what I said was in reducing poverty and home ownership go hand in hand. So if you look at the statistics, when you have higher home ownership, poverty levels go down. So that's a fairly strong statistic. But I also believe that once we go into our older neighborhoods and start revitalizing them and creating more home ownership in those opportunities, that we have stronger neighborhoods that will then decrease crime in those neighborhoods.
All right. And my last question for you is, on the ballot there's a question about if should Airbnbs and Verbos in Springfield be subject to the same 5% tax that hotels and motels are paying. With you being an architect and knowing what goes into a building and selling buildings and houses, what is your take on this?
I think the tax needs to be applied to any sort of short-term rental. A motel and a hotel is a short-term rental. By building code standards, as an architect, I have to design a hotel or a motel different than an apartment building because of the standards. You're only staying there for a few nights, so the safety levels are a little bit higher. Airbnbs and VRBOs should follow the same standards because people don't live there. They don't know their way out of the house. They should have smoke detectors and alarms that are comparable to the hotel motel facilities and be inspected such, thus they should be taxed the same.
Well, thank you. Those are all my questions, and you had amazing answers. Thank you very much.
Great. So what's going to happen to these videos?